What you finna ask me? So don't ask me nothing inappropriate.
Of them do, but it's like, look, so
listen.
I'm gonna say 2 out of 10.
God damn, Papa, no, Papa. You can mute it. Just press the button now.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Trilogy Academy podcast classes.
Get it together.
Listen,
Class is not
in session.
Get in here. Get your notepads, your pens, your papers. Well,
Come
if you in
on
high
in.
school, you have a pen, right? That's when you was allowed to
Right.
start writing with pens. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hey,
you ready
y'all.
for us to learn y'all something real quick?
real quick, real fast. You know
On
what
this
I'm saying?
Thursday.
How y'all
Anything?
doing? How
How
y'all
y'all
week
doing?
been going?
Can we hear? We good?
Been all right.
We
I
live?
can't.
Yeah, we
I'm
live.
active. I'm
Are you
live.
live,
I don't
friend?
hear.
Huh? You don't hear nothing?
Let's see.
They said they can't hear themselves.
We live? Yeah, we live. We live. you folks can hear me out there? Good day, USA. It's the Trilogy Academy in the building, and we're here to teach you guys a little something. So get on in here, sit down, and get in your assigned seats.
Y'all, she is in
Nah,
rare
you know,
form.
if you start doing it, that's how we're going to start opening
right,
up the
she's
show.
in rare form.
Please
Right.
don't, because next week it'll be something different.
That's
I don't know
cool.
which character
That's
of
cool.
mine
Next
that
week
is,
she
but
gonna be quiet in the corner with all black on.
I have to feed my people. They all be wanting to
quiet in the
speak.
corner with all black on.
They all
So we're going to start. All right, we got a couple topics to get into, guys. For one, the hot topics we got the gender at birth, right? They started doing that. You can pick the gender at birth. We got academics, lame ass. We got lyrics that you might thought you knew. And after that, we're going to start with Toya's questions. So with that being said, let's get into the hot topics.
So hot.
Drama is all you know.
Now first say what the fuck I said.
So they just doing something to be doing it.
I play the street life.
The nigga just lied for no reason.
So hot.
I don't want to argue on air.
Okay, y'all. So first topic, y'all. This whole where is that at, Jazz? Where they're allowing people to now pick the gender of their newborn babies. When the baby comes out, they are allowing parents to choose
I want to say it was New
the
Jersey.
genders of
It
the
was
babies
Jersey.
when they come out.
So,
now,
all right. So by choosing, you saying like it's just on paper or like
No,
they can do it.
Well,
they
it
can
was
change
just a
the
questionnaire, so
Like,
it
they
was
can-
just still cringy because it was like male, female, prefer not to answer. Then it was like straight, heterosexual, like non-bi. It literally was asking these questions
non-binary and all that.
about kids who are 3 minutes old.
Right.
Well, I think that'll defeat the purpose of. Well, gay people say they're born that way. So wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose of that?
Well, the thing is, you are asking a parent to identify their kid
Right.
based on what at that moment.
Right.
If it's not based on the genitals,
Right.
I
it's
thought that's
just
what we was all basing stuff on.
the genitals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it should be based on. That is literal science and God.
Somebody
Like,
just said that's
I ain't
God's
gonna go that
choice.
far.
Right.
Somebody just said
I ain't
that's
gonna go that
God's.
far.
Someone just said that's God's choice.
like you're born that way because the Lord made you that way.
Well, I'm saying. So we talking
But everybody
gender? Are
don't
we
believe
talking
in the
gender?
Lord either.
Okay.
Are we talking
science.
gender or
Science
sex,
made you
right?
that way.
Gender or sex, right? Those are two different things. I think people, so their gender, right, is what male, female, right? Their sexual orientation or their sex or
Him,
however
she.
that's different, right?
Man,
What? I mean, to me, all right, this is the thing.
I'm not
Your
well versed on that
sex
topic
is male,
because I'm
female
still
as
trying
well. Okay.
to figure out how I identify, honestly. So I feel like that's an everyday struggle.
You gonna laugh
Why
at her
are you
struggle?
laughing at
You
me?
gonna laugh at her struggle?
no, I'm not laughing at your struggle.
You not laughing with me.
I
See, that's why
I
I
am
like to
not
bring
laughing at
awareness to topics like this because it's people who are just so cruel
right.
and they laugh at you
Not me.
when
I'm
you're
not-
trying to
I-
express yourself.
No, I'm not Karen Jasmine.
All right, Toy. Look, I'm gonna say this because I know it's hot topic. We gotta get in and out of this.
Tiffany
I think
or Toya?
I think in 2026. I mean, we almost done with 2025. We like a quarter.
Jesus, we only
No.
3 months in.
Hey man, we almost
The
done.
new year just started
We almost
today.
done. We need to
It's
redo anyway.
spring.
We almost done.
The
man.
new year started
Listen,
today.
it's-
We almost done. Look,
ugh, it's going by
I think-
so
I
fast.
think-
for
I
real.
The
think-
new year just started.
yeah, but it's almost done. I
Today's
think in
the first day of
2026.
spring.
I think in 2026 we gotta stop being so pressed with other people's lives. Okay, if it's their body, their choice. Let them make that choice. If they parents and they want their kid to be whatever, that's their kid.
No.
Yes,
No.
it's their kid. At the end of the day, it's their kid. What
And then
what is it doing for your
happens-
kid?
And then what happens when that child grows up and decides that they didn't want their parent to decide that even
The
though
same
they were
thing that
born
happens
with
for a
kitty
person
cat,
when they come out the closet. The same
when they
thing.
were born with a kitty cat and you decided to say, well, I wanted a boy this whole time, so I'm just my child is should identify as a
But
boy.
it'd be the same thing.
But they got female
But I'm saying
genitalia
that's
between
what
their
I'm
legs.
asking. Is it changing their genitals or they're just picking on
It's
paper?
just
that's
like
it?
Toya said. What is the pretense behind doing this? Why are we choosing what they are at
I
birth?
don't know. Somebody put the survey out.
Right.
Somebody put the survey out.
Stupidity.
Hey man, look, people been stupid for a long time. So
All right.
what's the difference?
This
All
a
right,
hot
let's keep
one.
moving.
This a hot one. Let's get to the next
Keep
one.
moving.
People are
Man,
burning up
say-
in the comments.
They burning up. Tell them. Hey, tell them to keep it going.
Hey,
All right, let's talk about academics. I don't have a clip, but you were saying that he was on a yacht. All right, he was on a yacht. He was spending that money. Is that what you said?
I don't
No.
necessarily
Money?
know if he was spending money, but it was just like he had a group of women, and I
Dancing
guess
on
they
him.
were like twerking to Drake.
Shout out Drizzy.
And he was just simply saying, like, you Kendrick fans could never, like, Kendrick music doesn't give this vibe. I guess Kendrick's music doesn't give girls on a yacht twerking for a person like academic vibes.
I know they don't agree with academics, but I don't see the lie there.
However,
Where's the lie?
this is not even that's not what the topic is about. The topic is about that girls really will do anything for somebody with a little bit of status or some type of clout or just a grunyon, a munyon.
So you're saying girls
Because
are very shallow?
academic is a lame he's not first of
You're
all
saying girls are very shallow?
yeah the ones that are
Well,
Let's
y'all
talk
knew
about it.
that already.
yeah we the ones that
Y'all
are
knew that already.
I ain't
he
know
is
nothing. I'm
he's
new.
not
I'm new at
handsome.
this.
He doesn't
Really?
have that much money. Like he ain't even he ain't got that much damn money.
He
But,
got enough to be on the yacht
He
with
ain't
girls
got
twerking.
he ain't got enough for
He got enough.
He ain't got enough
He
with
got
for a bitch with some
Is
sense
he
to be
like
doing it.
a C-lister like Kathy Griffin or something like that?
I would
Nah, come on. Don't disrespect Kathy Griffin.
She
Right.
She put herself on the C list. I didn't get that from anybody but her, or
Right.
she probably even put herself on a D list. Kathy said that.
All
I
right,
know
look.
Kathy.
All right. You're right. You're right. You know, maybe we push
like
it.
Because it is a
D-list
list
Maybe we
of, it
pushing
is
it.
He's like a D list.
Okay, so what-
Is he though? Academic. Let's be real, because I think now we just talking from a place of hate. Academics is no. I'm being honest. No matter what we say, no matter how y'all feel, he's lame. He this or that. I agree with all that. At the end of the day, he's at least one of the top 3 streamers in right now. He is. It's Kai. It's one other
Kai,
dude.
yeah.
And then it is academics. No matter how you feel about him, if academics say something, it's going to be news.
It's
Got a little short one.
Yeah.
It's Castanet, Halle, baby daddy. What's his name?
DDG?
BDG, GDD.
That boy name not Halo.
That's the son, Halo.
Oh well, he know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Halo daddy.
But I'm just saying,
that part.
so no matter how we feel about him, like, oh, he's lame, this.
Yeah, I give him that. Okay.
He put the work in,
I give him
right?
that.
He has a following.
He's still
Okay,
a lame man.
that's fine. I'm with you on that, but I do want to talk just facts.
Maybe he's misunderstood.
Nah, he be doing some lame shit.
Okay, well,
But you can't
Let us know how
deny where
you
he's
guys
at.
feel.
You can't deny his place and where he's at.
okay.
Okay. So
I
with that
digress.
being said, we can come to the conclusion that
Controversy sells.
these women, right,
Will
need
do
to stop
anything.
hanging around.
They're doing their thing.
Or
for
doing-
clout.
All right
Doing
then.
their
So
thing for clout.
So does that
until that
outfit.
Offset and Cardi.
until that stops, the quote unquote lame will continue to have this type of success. I'm just being honest. That part I get it. Y'all feel he's lame, whatever. Y'all two women, y'all should know. I want to know. I ain't really checking for him like that. So
I wouldn't say he's lame. I don't know him enough, but about the little I do know, I don't think he would be like my type of person.
got you.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. He's just not.
Well, now
my
make
type
him
of
lame.
person.
That just made him your type of person.
He's pretty fucking lame, but he's
Okay,
he's not somebody I would.
But
even-
did he lie though
about what?
about the Kendrick
Drake shit? Oh,
Yeah.
because I sure thought you was talking about the alleged stuff against him. Did he lie? Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
talking
I don't know
with
about
the
that.
kids?
Well, not we gotta keep moving.
Not even-
We
oh,
ain't
that
one of the topics
too.
today.
That
we got,
too.
We gotta
That
keep
too.
moving. Ain't one of the
Yeah,
topics
that
today.
too.
I don't have enough research on that. I ain't doing that.
Okay.
Weird ass. He a weird ass nigga, man.
So, somebody else that said the end of the blaze this week was Usher. Can you play the clip from Usher, man? He just ruined everybody's childhood.
He didn't ruin
Not
shit.
mine.
From the dead, I'm in my drop top. Who's in the street?
Right. Cause
So, Usher,
who?
my man.
Let me tell you something.
Y'all gotta stop doing these to the lyrics, man.
Let me tell you something.
When we say it what the lyrics is, you just go with that.
Who? Exactly.
You just go with that,
I
man.
can't believe Usher don't know the freaking words to his own song. I can't believe
Somebody
it.
get that guy a teleprompter.
Somebody get this guy a
ASAP.
teleprompter.
Stat.
I can't believe he does not know the lyrics to his own song. Ush. Hey, listen. We're here to help you. However, you're going to have to stop that bullshit, okay? Who's in the street? Whoever is out there is going to get ran the fuck over while we're cruising the streets, okay?
Hey man, where were
right?
you? This is devastating news for me. I know y'all say it didn't ruin y'all. It was
You know,
devastating.
no, because
do you remember
why,
where you were when you
why would it
heard
be devastating
that it was
news
who's in the street?
when
I was at home.
7 o'clock on the dot
I paid
in
for
my
you.
drop top? I shall be
I was
cruising
in-
the streets until
I was in the
at
grocery
home.
store, man. I was in the grocery store. I couldn't believe it. You know,
I was
couldn't
sitting on my
believe it,
porch
man.
enjoying the breeze. And you know how you hear something so devastating and life altering. I just had to take the phone and put it up to my ear because, excuse me,
It's okay.
Usher Raymond, hello. What did you say?
It's okay.
Did he say who's in the street?
I feel like Usher
Cause
on
see, now
confession.
that changed the vibe
know
of the
what?
song. No,
What?
because that changed the vibe of the song.
It
I
do?
believe
When I
now.
was cruising the street, I was calm.
Yeah.
I was vibing.
Who's in the street?
Now I
Who's-
feel like who's in the street? I'm looking for somebody to run over.
Right.
Who's
You
in the
know
street?
what?
Get them
I
kids
think-
out the street.
You know what I think? I think that you might be entitled to compensation for this. That's what I think.
I feel like Usher. You
I think
remember
if
Usher
any-
before
if you
confession
guys-
started? The remix.
You guys,
Somebody
anybody
called me
who's
and
been
told me. I said-
traumatized by this, we should
I was like,
all
put that on
contact.
everything.
Quit playing, don't say that.
Hey.
Don't play like that.
Don't play.
I think anybody who is has been traumatized by this should
Don't play like
call
that,
the
man.
number that's going to appear on the screen, and we're going to contact
Don't play
Usher
like
and
that.
let him know that we're going to need
Nah, for real, don't
compensation.
play like that.
We're going to need compensation.
This ain't the first time this happened though. Shout out to T-Pain.
Yeah.
Buy you a drink. Y'all thought it was then we. Y'all thought it was ooh we.
Ooh,
But the lyrics is actually
it's
then we. And then we had Lord who won't clear up the
Right.
5-2 or 5-2.
Nah,
Shout out to
but-
Lord.
but we
Lord
all
know
know
how to
that
do
it's
this, man. He ain't
fine,
clearing up
too.
nothing. We
all-
don't know that.
It's fine too.
How we know that?
definitely-
How we know that?
Because,
you like short girls. We don't know that.
Context clues.
Yeah, she's 5'2".
Everybody's not taught.
Context
Everybody's not
clues.
taught context clues. Everybody's
So
not
why the girl
taught.
couldn't be 5'2"?
That's not the point. Is what would it have to do with the song?
Everything.
Context clues.
Everything. Lord, I ain't know how tall is Lord. He might like
She's
short girls.
fine too, but I want you.
So basically, he was letting the girl know, like, hey, regardless of what she has going on, I want you.
exactly. She's fine too.
5'2". All right, man. With that being
My
said, we
Lord.
moving on to Toya's questions, man. That was the hot topics. Thank you, guys.
Listen, come on, Toya.
You gonna ask me that?
Yes.
Don't ask me nothing inappropriate.
I'm not. What?
It's in church.
I'm-
I'm a woman. I'm entitled to be indecisive.
Okay.
I like that.
I'm a woman. I'm entitled to be indecisive. Excuse
That's
me,
you.
guys. I'm just seeing that cut for the first time.
That's you.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. So my question of the day, the week for the pod is there anything you are in denial about? I'll answer first so you guys can. I don't mean if
Denial about.
is there anything you are in denial about? You can put it in the comments. So my thing would be I'm in denial about loving things that are considered hood or ghetto, which trickles over to being hood or ghetto or liking hood or ghetto activities. I want to be snooty and uppity so bad, but I am in denial about my ghetto roots. I can't help it. I work Monday 9 to 5 through the week, banker's hours, and on the weekend I like to do hood rat things with my hood rat friends. Insert clip here.
Right.
So that is what I'm in denial about. But I'm just well versed, honestly. Like you can take me around any group of people, I'ma fit in. But I'm in denial because I kind of want to. I used to be in denial about being crazy.
Good. I'm happy you stopped that.
I did.
No longer in denial.
I'm no. You have to wear it like a badge of honor. All right, you guys want to answer?
Teasing. I'll wait.
So anything you're in denial about?
I'm in denial about probably that. I'm in denial about falling head over heels in every relationship I get into. I'm in denial about that.
So are you being a hopeless romantic or
I am
are you
literally
just
that.
being senile?
No, I'm a hopeless romantic. Like literally.
So you're in. So
As
what?
soon as we start talking,
So
it's like,
you're
oh,
in
God, wine
denial
and dine me
about the
'cause I love it.
reality of it.
I'm in denial that it's technically, what is it called? Considered love bombing. I'll just be like, it ain't love bombing. It ain't love bombing.
Are you love bombing people or are people
no,
love bombing
they love
you?
bomb me, and I just be like, acting like, oh my God, this is just such a beautiful thing. He's so sweet. He's just such a sweet.
But I
nice
thought
guy.
you didn't know you were being love bombed until it's over.
That's why I just said I'm in denial about it.
She in denial about it.
You know, when you know,
it's happening.
if
but
you know
she
you're
try to
being
act like
in
she don't know
denial
it's
and
happening.
delusional, like, come on now. It's certain shit you just gotta know. Like, I look at, man, listen,
Okay.
I'm in denial about that shit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in denial about niggas getting their shit together. All right, I'm for real. I be hoping, I be thinking niggas gonna get their shit together. And when I say niggas, I don't just mean black people. Like I mean like people in general. I be hoping like
Clear
they
that
just
up
get
because you said niggas and black people. Black people and
what I
niggas are
said.
two different.
I said I'm not
entities
just
of
talking about
people.
black people.
You said you led with niggas getting that shit together.
Yeah.
And you say not all black people.
No, then I say I'm not just talking about black people.
He said
I
niggas
just
in
want
general.
people to know black people and niggas are two different entities.
Yeah, they got niggas everywhere.
Keep going.
All right, so I be hoping and praying or thinking that niggas gonna get this shit together. Niggas be telling you they gonna get their shit together. And they're really paying out, so I'm in denial that niggas is gonna get it together. But hey, you know, there's always hope. There's always hope, man. All right, so that's what I'm in denial about.
Yeah, y'all are in denial about a lot more, but I'm glad y'all kept it light.
Speaking of
on the
niggas getting their shit
surface.
together,
All right,
let's
what's
recap.
next? What's next?
We're gonna recap South by Southwest, man. Shout out to Kingpin. We had a good time out there in Austin, man.
Shout out to Kingpin.
This the
Yeah, good time.
The vibes was
basketball
there.
game?
Yes, South by Southwest. They had a underground celebrity basketball game this past Saturday, and we had such an amazing time. Everybody
Second year in a row.
Second year in a row, and it was just like, I'm so glad that they invited the Trilogy Academy out again. We hope to be there again in the future.
2026.
And, yeah, 2026. And do a little bit more moving and grooving. And, you know, everybody was just like I said, the vibes were there. And we appreciate y'all for real. Like, yeah. A time was had.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a time was had.
A lot
Now
of
that we're
politicking.
done, huh?
Y'all was out there politicking.
Politicking
guess
with the
so.
freaks.
The freaks.
What? This girl got a...
No. That's the song when he said politicking with the freak.
I don't know that song.
I don't know this song.
I don't know that song.
Insert
Anyway.
lyrics below if you know that
I
song.
don't know that. I ain't never heard of that. All right. Now, let's move on to hey, thank you. We near the end of the show, so guys, at the end, That number that just flashed across the screen. If you're on YouTube, you can call in and talk to us live. But let's talk about Lil Ronnie, the tragedy that happened with him and his daughter, but his baby mama. We're gonna look at his baby mama and how she's taking it. You just play the clip.
Yeah, security on deck. Yeah. Yeah, blog this hoe.
All right. So I'll start by saying, you never know what depression looks like. You never know what grieving looks like. I can't tell somebody how to grieve. However, the perception does not look good. You lost the father of your daughter, and you lost your daughter.
Your 5-year-old baby.
So the floor is open. Y'all probably understand this more than I do. So.
Actually, no. I'm probably gonna be a little more judgy than you, you know. But yeah. I am, like you said, you never know what depression looks like. You never know what someone has to do to get through something. Mm-hmm. However, not necessarily even her actions, it was her choice of words when she was like, people die every day, you know, it's gonna be all good, yada yada blah blah, all that shit. People die every day. Yeah. Your baby? Yeah. Your baby? People die every day, and you're speaking about your child and the father of your child? Yeah, no, that's the part I didn't understand. So that's what kind of, you know, ran me a little hot, actually. Had me hot under the collar, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say that, you know, I feel for her. I do. I feel for her. Not even necessarily because she lost her family members, but because of the way she's, you know, probably gonna break down later when she realizes that this is what you did when they passed away. Like, why would you act like that? Like, I feel like she gonna go back and look at that shit and be like, damn, I really said that, and it's my baby. Like, I really did. I feel like she's gonna regret that later. And yeah, saying that people die every day when you're talking about a 5-year-old, I feel like there's a special place in hell for you.
What you got?
I don't have anything to say because I just don't understand.
All right, I'm going to say this. This goes back to, if y'all been rocking with us, you know this. We talked about this a long time ago. And I've been saying this, and I know people, oh, it's too cruel to say. Certain people shouldn't have kids. That's just a simple test to it. Certain people shouldn't have kids. Some people aren't ready for that responsibility. Some people just don't want that responsibility. Some people just couldn't afford the abortion. They had the kid, and I mean, that just is what it is. I mean, you're looking at a person that first chance they got, they took all that money, right? And instead of doing something, maybe, you know, putting it into something, you know, investing in something,
Right.
You know, you just on Instagram or wherever she was at, you know, just putting the money to you.
Right.
And this is stuff that people donated. You know, this stuff that people donated. Didn't know you know, from nobody.
Right.
They donated their hard-earned money. And this is what you showing. Again, I don't know what's going on in her mind. You know, this might be a thing that she's trying to show that she's tough or whatever, but to me,
Yeah,
that optics don't look good.
Now, bitch, blog that.
Yeah,
what's up, blog that.
And you losing your child, and you're more worried about what social media is thinking.
Right.
Like, you're more worried about what the hood is thinking. Like, your priorities ain't right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, some people priorities aren't right when it comes to them having kids. And these are real conversations I think we need to start having, because it's not just her. Like, it's millions of examples. I really think people need to start sitting down before they start having kids, or when you tell that person you're pregnant, y'all need to have a real conversation. Like, you know, do you really want kids?
Right.
Are you responsible? You know what I'm saying? And even though that stuff might change once the kids gets there,
and even though there probably should be questions that happened
before, right?
Him,
but people can lie.
It doesn't always.
But people can lie,
and it
right?
doesn't always happen like that.
Yeah, you should look at somebody's character, all that, before you have kids with them.
Right.
If y'all ain't trying to have kids, man, you need to be strapping up. If you know you don't want that responsibility, you need to be strapping up. Yeah. Something need to be happening rather than you going raw and then having these kids, man. People aren't fit to be parents, and that's just what it is. So I'm gonna leave that alone because that's a very sad topic, and we're gonna keep it moving. All right, we're gonna keep moving to somebody else that just couldn't let it go. Can you play that clip of that young lady?
Warning, some viewers may find the following video disturbing. The incident from a Virginia state championship relay race last week has made headlines. You can see Alayla Everett appearing to use her baton to hit her competitor, Caitlin Tucker, from a different school in the head. Tucker told our affiliate in Roanoke, Virginia, she was diagnosed with a concussion and possible fractured skull. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Stephen Romo. Stephen, first off, what are both girls saying about this incident?
Yeah, Clay, as you can imagine, there are a lot of opinions about this one, but local affiliates were able to speak with both girls. Alayla Everett, the one running with that baton in her hand, says that what happened, basically, Caitlin Tucker was just too close to her, and she lost her balance, and while she was pumping her arms while running, ended up hitting her with that baton. It is hard to watch, as you mentioned.
All right.
Shit,
bruh. Okay, this lady, I don't even know her name, but the one that had the baton, she's hitting another lady. She holds a rally days later to say that she's innocent. She didn't do it on purpose. In the words of Cat Williams, nigga, did you know we could see you? What the fuck was that? Did anybody looking at that video thought that was an accident?
I didn't think it was an accident because they ran on side of each other for a while before her arm went up. And I think she said like her arm locks. And then she did a press conference or whatever, crying, saying, what about her? Once you started saying, woe is me, that automatically kind of makes you more guilty than you kind of were at first because you didn't even try to apologize. You didn't try to lead with sympathy or an apology. You made it about you. The way you hit her in the head and swung that baton, it gave angry, or maybe she was just being like a sore loser.
Yeah, that's how, I mean.
But a little boot camp or a little scared straight might do her justice. Do they still do that for kids?
Boot camp? It might. I mean, that's the
only thing I can say is she's very lucky and blessed that she was running next to the girl who said, ow, because if she'd have been running next to me, that baton would have hit me in the head, the whole race would have stopped, because the way I would have turned around and swung on that bitch and we would have started rolling on that.
Well, that's kind of hard to do at the speed there.
Man, we would have, again, the way I would have turned around and hit that bitch, and we would have rolled the rest of the way.
And I think her words was like, what about my mental health?
Bitch,
or what
your
about
mental health, you going to be
mental
crazy when I get done with you. I mean that
said.
shit.
So, I mean.
Why, to me, why hold a whole nother rat? Like, all right, the internet moves fast.
Public opinion.
Don't
if
say
I could
nothing.
Sway you guys to my side. A lot of people think they Olivia Pope and they be, we gonna rectify. Right. We gonna sway the public opinion. We gonna get them by the masses. And a lot of the times they happen to make it worse.
And that's what it like.
Sometimes speaking on things actually makes it worse. I, for one, am an advocate of not saying something because you don't want to step on any more toes. So I wouldn't have said anything. And if I did say something, it would have been a representative. It wouldn't have been from my mouth. I would have not said anything. I wouldn't have cried. You save your tears for court and the cops.
I'm going to say this. At least we do know. She down. She down to lie until she can't lie no more.
Till you die.
Lie like a rug.
Lie till you die.
But the problem is, the more you speak, the more that video clip gets played. Like, they didn't have any video footage of it, it'll be different. But the more you speak, the more you talk, the more that clip gonna keep getting played, bruh. But I do appreciate the lotto. I do. If somebody
gotta be
had
quick
been
on your feet.
Yeah,
Gotta be quick on your feet.
If she was on my team, I appreciate it. She gonna go 10 toes down with the lie until she can't stop. Whole rallies.
No, she
cry.
has to. She eventually should tell what happened. Hey, I lost control. I don't know how to channel my anger. Like I noticed I was losing.
Let's come on the Netflix documentary.
That's how
I don't know
like
what
you
place
just a sore
she.
loser.
I hope this girl that she did that to was in first place, because if you beat someone in the head for anything,
right. She wasn't even in first place. It was somebody in front of right.
So if you doing this for anything other than first place, number one, your priorities are wrong. We're gonna start there. Sorry for the girl who received the damage, but you did this for which place? Because after one, it's all losers.
Two
I mean, we did. What was that girl in the Olympics that one year that ice skated? We've seen worse. Yeah, saying she tried to take old girl life.
But I'm just saying, like, you whacked someone in the head with a baton, so that could be aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for second, third, or fourth place, because it wasn't first. I'm disappointed in you.
If you ain't first.
If you are gonna help somebody break a leg, you give them a jip, it needs to be for the number one spot. Come on, Ludacris told you this. I'm going for the number one spot.
So let's move on to somebody that lost their number one spot. Let's move on to somebody that lost their number one spot, man. And the person lost their number one spot, and the other person, they just really want them to leave them alone so they can be at peace. Can you play that last clip for us, please?
Begging y'all to let me get my back blown out in peace. All right, bye.
That's it. That's all.
How I turn this off?
That's it.
So,
that's it.
Miss Teyana Taylor, all she wanted is to get her back blown out in peace all 2025.
And I second that. And I think that is Teyana. You know what? I'm an advocate for her. That is a very, I feel like that's doable.
Okay,
I feel like we should let her get done the way she would like to in peace, without having to worry about hearing Shumpman in the background. Like, she tired of hearing about Shumpman. Okay.
Well, look, let's do it like this. Quincy, can you put the number on the screen one more time for us? Let's let the listeners call in. Let's talk about a time when somebody didn't let you get your back blown out in peace. Have you had that situation? Have you had that situation where it's just a guy, he just won't leave you alone?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so look, callers. If you're on Instagram, you need to switch over to YouTube right now.
6 years old.
Switch over to YouTube right now. You can talk to us live, okay? If you're on Instagram, switch over to YouTube right now. You can talk to us live. The number's on the screen. Call in and tell us about a time that you couldn't get left alone. You was unable to get your back blown. Hey, we looking for the females, dudes. If y'all want to call in and talk about y'all back being blown, I guess whatever. We DE out here. You know, we take all calls.
If you want to call in and talk about blowing backs out. If you know what I'm saying, you want to blow somebody back out, you know what I'm saying, you want to call in about that.
Maybe your celly was jealous, you know what I'm saying? We can take the inmate calls too. Your celly was jealous.
What you mean? You did the hole in a mattress trick?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, not like somebody else from another cell was coming and blowing his back out, the bunk mate was kind of mad about that. We here.
Men?
He's gay.
They in jail? What we talking about?
People have sex with the female guards.
And I actually...
We'll take calls from the female guards too, man. Whoever want to call, tell us about the time when somebody didn't let you get your back blown out in peace, man. Numbers on the screen, okay? As a matter of fact, can you put the number in the comments?
It's you drinking that water like that.
Can you put the number in the comments?
The number is posted.
The number is
posted. If you are on Instagram, you can see the number in the comments.
Lonzo, why don't you answer the question?
They can't see it on Instagram, though.
Have anybody ever been a hater and just not let you live in peace and blow backs out, in peace,
Nah, I had that problem, man. Most of the women I messed with were, not really in the streets like that. They didn't have a lot of suitors, so We good, man. I've been at peace for a long time.
Okay.
I mean, it was a dude hating on somebody that wasn't mine, but you know, that's a whole nother story. So,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Hey, you got any times?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Plenty.
you remember? Come on, let's
Plenty.
go. All right?
Plenty. I have plenty.
Nah, I don't need plenty. We just need one.
I'm just saying,
We just
plenty.
need one.
Yes.
Just
One
need
of them. One of them being my very own son.
No more hate.
My number one hater.
No more hate.
As soon as I and he wait good until I'm talking to somebody else and be like, "Mama, is that my daddy on the phone?" No. Well, I want to call my daddy. I want to talk to my daddy right now. No.
Dudes feel intimidated by
And
that?
then he just no, it ain't even that. My son just gets to tripping, and so I'll be like, well, I'll give you a call back, later when I let him talk to his daddy, looking like, people be looking at me crazy, like, you don't let this little boy tell you to get off the phone with me so he can talk to his daddy.
You got to spoil little man.
He
spoil
is.
little man.
And then I be looking
we
like,
bringing Capri Sun and everything over there.
And I say too, like, why you doing that? Like, why you do that? He like, Mama, that's not fair. It's really not fair. Why? Well, my daddy don't be talking to girls on the phone, so why? Like, he's old enough to know that. And I'm like, I really think his dad coached him, though.
Okay. Come on. We know you guys.
I look dead at the camera, too, because I want him to know.
Come on.
I think
Come on. 2025. Well, not this year, because, but come on. What you got?
I don't have anything. I don't even know the question.
Have you ever had anybody to be hating on you, not letting you want to move on with your life and get your back blown out in peace, trying to stop you, trying to, hating on you?
Hating on you.
Trying to keep you down,
Trying to keep you down.
Trying to keep you down, trying to hold your bike.
Hold your bike.
You just want to get your bike blown out.
Because
crazy exes,
I don't have any
hating ass
exes.
friends.
I don't have any hater friends.
Damn.
It's a no for me, dog.
The kids be letting you and your husband get booty all the time?
Sometimes we'll have to go in the closet, or sometimes we'll have to do the restroom.
Okay.
Real quick stuff like while it's nap time. But nope. Nobody. Nobody's stopping or inconveniencing us, because you know what I'm saying. We get down.
Well, hey, look, guys.
You know what? Thank you.
We got to get out of here, man. But hey, next week, don't be afraid to call, man. 281. Oh, the number went away. 281-33. Nah, just 281-734-5683. Call us when we live. Only when we live, all right? Peace. Class is now dismissed.
Thank y'all. Get out of here.